suspected earlier that that could be an issue. I'm trusting you to check it. It's my understanding for the Zim guys that there's no way to leave that tied to a dock. There needs to be people in it. Let me check with them and see what another option may be.
Because they don't have a painter? So put a painter on it.
Use the mast.
Pull it up on the dock.
I want to let that boat know they look like they're sailing in. They're over by ETO right now.
So the question is, do they need a scorer?
Okay, we're back.
Back live?
Yep.
Okay, we're back live at the Hinman Nationals in Marblehead, Massachusetts. After a lengthy, almost 2.5 hour wind delay, it looks like there's a little bit of wind. And they're going to try to complete the last 3 races of the gold round robin and then do a 1v2 to find out who the champion is. They've released the Silver Fleet, told them to sail back in and start de-rigging the boats and put the boats back in the trailer for Zim. We're waiting instructions as the race committee tries to set up a course right here in the mouth of Marblehead Harbor. There is about 3 knots of breeze, and we'll see how that works out. Six out of 24 is what we can figure. And they're keeping the rest of the boats out here. Maybe they send in 5 boats and leaving 1 as a spare for a breakdown boat. Ooh.
Trying to get out of here.
Have a starting line set up yet, or any of the marks. The breeze, in case we get enough breeze to run a race. Cheryl, these guys are going to want a bag. Right here, right here. It's right here. I just can't grab it with my hand. Okay. Got it? Cover, you got it. Thank you. These are boats that are being filled up with kids being taken back to the shore, or sailors. I shouldn't call them kids anymore. But we do have a little bit of breeze now, and it looks like we're going to get set up to race. Going forward, guys.
me any more
Sally,
slack on that?
can you give him some slack on this cord coming through the port opening window, please? Just pull it and feed it to us. Other way. Other way. Keep pulling. Keep pulling.
Yeah, great.
Perfect, thank you. All right, we're getting set up for filming from the cockpit right now. All right, the breeze is filling. We get 5.6 knots right now. Some of that could be rock induced from the boat rocking violently and all the current relatively violently. With 5.7 knots at 35 degrees. So the start boat's getting into position. The mark boats are about to set the course up. Hopefully they can get 3 races in, and then at least the finals between the 1-2 boat. If they can't get the finals in, it will be the winner of this round robin. So they need to get, and if they don't finish this round robin, they'll go back to the results as of the completed round robin yesterday, which was...
No. They're 80% through. They'll take the results where they are.
Well, we'll see how they go with the results. They're 80% through this round robin.
It was the silver that wasn't through and they sent them home.
I thought the silver was through. So they,
Yeah, but I think probably because the positions were secure, is my guess. But the gold, we are 80% through the gold, and that's what they're just going to continue because it's very tight racing.
So the gold's really tight as to who's 1-2, and they want to try to complete phase 3 for the gold boats so they know exactly who's 1-2 so they can race in the finals. Breeze has dropped to 3 knots, had been up to 5 a minute ago. And the angle's changing. It's going a little bit right. We're going to try to again line up just downwind of Mark III. So it's going to be a few minutes before they get the course set. Start boat appears to have an anchor down. Course is going to be pretty short, and it's going to be pretty susceptible to wake as people come home on what's been a beautiful day here in Marblehead. Just a little shy on the wind. There's been no communication in the past 5 minutes from signal boat to the mark boats, although they all look like they're in position to set their marks. Never fun to be part of the fleet that gets sent in because you're not racing anymore. However, there was one sailor who had a 7:30 flight, and he was actually quite pleased that they could make his flight because there weren't any other flights till Tuesday that went direct to where he was going.
I do have to find a roster, but it's the last three of the gold. So we're on like 185, race 185. Then it's whoever's in first and second after that. We'll meet each other. Get through that, so that's a whole round robin, and then go to the 1-2. Should be the same. The colors. So do you have the program that shows the pennies?
Just ask them to announce at each start what teams and what boat. So the next start will be such and such a team in this boat. And if you could write those down, Cheryl, on the piece of paper, it would be helpful for all of us.
Hey, it's Cheryl. The photographer was just asking about, like, how are we going to know who's who? So, for the next races. Will you announce it? Perfect, thank you. Yep, go ahead, bye. They're going to announce it every race. They're going to announce everyone. They said competitors are freaking out, and he has to deal with that first. So I wonder why they're freaking out. Probably because there's no wind.
Still, we don't have much wind. We can feel it coming in from the northeast. About 110 degrees. You can pick up a couple of boats sailing around. It's going to be difficult to get a good contest unless we get another knot or two. Not looking promising. There's a fog bank about 3 miles offshore, maybe 5 miles offshore, that's getting closer. Not unusual when it's this warm this late in the year. Unlikely that it'll get here, but if it does, and this is the breeze that it would come on, because it's straight up wind, that we would get very cold very fast here. Still probably low 80s for temperature. Probably the hottest late September weekend in anybody's recent memory. Marked boats are hovering, waiting for instruction.
Can you confirm for me who is in pink and who is in black?
Okay, we're waiting for announcement of what teams are going to be sailing in the last 2 races of the round robin. Breeze is just at about 100 degrees.
Right, Carrie. Sidra is in pink, US is in black.
Okay, so the next race in pink, we're going to have Hoodwink in pink. I'm sorry. Hood Rat in pink and Do Less in black. Susie, your radio's gone very quiet. Do you have a backup?
So it's my voice that's going. Macaulay?
Is that Breeze?
Oh. Yeah. .6 knots at 100 to 115 degrees.
Copy that. 3 knots at 110.
Matt Oates, is this Spencer come back? real quick. Copy.
4 knots at 110. .38 at 110. We're just phoning in wind instruments. We have probably the highest wind anemometer and direction from the video boat of all the boats out here.
Matt is coming to you shortly. Roger.
.47 at 115. .45 at 115. It's just so easy when you have the instruments going.
Where do you see the direction?
I'm taking this and this because I don't have the boat speed aren't talking, so I'm just subtracting the apparent wind angle or adding. Knots at 115. This guy coming in crocodile. What are all these people doing?
What's going on with this sail?
They just dumped it.
Can I have my ham sandwich? Or we have pretzels, right? Cute dog.
4 knots at 115.
Oh, it's not back here. Oh my God, it's not that over there. Is it?
have to respond. I'll just keep calling them out until you call me off.
Okay.
Almost 410. We're in Minnesota.
3.5 at 1:15.
It's just west of Minneapolis. Wow. How old is he? Now your mom has had the surgery or she's having it? She's had it. And you're heading out.
Bring all of them down. The bell.
Still be optimistic.
Oh no. Oh, I don't think if you said that I missed it.
3.8 at 1:15.
Holy cow. My parents lived with me 6 months out of the year. And then back to Florida. And a month when did they leave? November 2nd. Countdown. You know what? I love having there. I really do. It really does get. It's hard to, move people and all that. Yeah.
Signal, you got the red boat in on the lighthouse. They're moving right along up here.
It would help. Most of the time, my mother shops. Usually when I cook, we always I just say, how does that happen? And of course I'm traveling a week, so I'm only doing it.
We continue to have no wind. A feeble sea breeze is trying to fill, but isn't here yet. We have plenty of wakes.
That's cool. They fold in half again. Nice. You're so grateful. Yeah. Now this boat we put it right in the middle. Just fill it. That's awesome. So cute.
under 3 knots, still at 120.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Little round. Oh, okay. I remember a little table from there.
A headache?
A little bit. Oh, yes. There you go. Thank you. If I have to score anything. How much was this? Do you remember? What it is.
Big waves.
What? Mountains in the distance. Oh, yeah. Really?
3 knots at 9.5.
Equal bags. Sorry? All of them. There are 6, I believe. And then they'll get down to the finish the round robin first. Remember what these are called?
2.8 at 9.0. Cheryl, would you be so kind as to share the time of day with us?
4:15.
4:15. So this is going to go on for 2 hours until
4 hours.
we wait to see if it's going to happen
So there's
or
wind
not.
or no wind.
Okay, nothing happened in half an hour. I'll have to try to go over that quicker.
The foam, I got to find it. Hang on.
It's in a bag. It's in that backpack right there.
Yeah, my backpack, my computer backpack. So.
There's how many pieces?
Give him 1 to start with unless he wants 2. We're going to set the cameras down, guys. It's just too much work to keep hanging on to them until they're sailing. Continue to give you a view. .2 at 8.5.
Covering yourself with glory.
Clearly they didn't go to college powerboat handling team work.
It's really hard to crash.
I got a lot of crap yesterday.
This boat is hard to drive.
Oh, that throws a breeze. I just drove it the other day. I felt like the
I'm not
captain of a
saying
ship.
that was not hard to drive, but
Am I being recorded?
Yes, the mics are on. We've set the camera up to just view off the stern. So, Miss Regatta Chairman, how are we feeling about the next 2 hours?
optimistic. It's the only way to feel.
Absolutely.
Let's do this.
So right now, we're showing, for the rock, I give about 1.5 knots on the anemometer. We're showing just over 2 knots at 80 degrees.
Can I plug my phone in or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Big black one. The big black one, okay. Thank you. Do you have any frescas? Okay, Cheryl, so we should get to work on
Do you have any Bud Lights? We'll share.
Down to like, we have 2 Bud Lights and a lot of ice.
We have anything to score?
We only have ice.
We got a network problems.
We're out of fluids.
I think this because there's nothing else.
So let's go to work.
Let's do it.
It's better than you were doing this morning. Sally, he couldn't even help do the porta potty this morning.
You still hungover? Who?
Spencer.
Yeah, our kids had a midnight eating frenzy, I guess. Get back to the rip-up.
A lot of time at Maddie's last night.
No, they went to a rip-up.
Rip-up.
Yeah.
I like it better.
Okay, we have a 3.7 at 9.5.
Oh, you don't need to. I went once, that was about 10 years ago.
Let's see what it's displaying.
Yeah, not going back. Well, the fun is, Julie, I know Julie is saying that all the cleanup stuff from the river to celebrate one of the Kiwis' 21st birthdays. Well, he's been drinking there all summer on a picnic piece. I'm like, why?
Hello.
Hi, bartender. Oh, it's my 21st birthday. I'm like, hey,
You're being recorded.
Post it.
no names.
They were from out of the country.
Yeah.
The story doesn't matter. And the rumor was these girls from the southern hemisphere.
We're not mentioning the name of the...
We're not mentioning the name of the country where they coached, but they cheated at darts. That was their reputation all through the bar.
I
shouldn't have, though. I mean, I had it on the seat. I mean, I had like 70% less.
We have a power
Oh, I have a charger.
4 knots at 110.
It's fine. We're back. We're working on it. Yep.
But turn around on the sun.
Here's display.
on the webpage.
Yeah.
So the call is from our regatta chairman that we will wait until 6:30 to at least try to get in the finals. But we'll see what comes up.
Carrie, I'm calling you. Are you there? Asked Liz to try to get a hold of the Regatta Network guy. And if we can't talk to him soon, she should be off of the webpage. So I wanna... Nope, she hasn't. posted on.
Two at 120. Back where they are, right up here. Here for now. Four knots at 115.
Saves and documents, we'll be able to find it. Yep.
3.5 at 9.0, so it swung back from that lefty. That's why I stand under here.
No, but I felt like I was making up for my whole summer days. Oh, yeah.
I did that yesterday.
What's another thing they could look at in Silverfleet? If they look at Silverfleet, is it still reporting 3 points?
It was when I just looked. Yeah.
2.5 at 6.5.
Oh, I thought it's look at babies on that photo, okay?
And this baby and
And Tyler's baby.
If you guys get fumes from the exhaust, let me know. The problem is the breeze has gone left. It goes left 60 degrees for 2 minutes.
So the silver
2.5 at
for
90.
example, and it should be 4.
Is that on the public site?
No, because it accumulates
Right,
them on the public
right.
site. It's cumulative. It just accumulates them.
Spencer, firewood.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you got an email with a link to the scores. The scores are accurate for gold, I believe. Go ahead.
It's from me.
Yeah, I'm with my phone on the rotation dock.
Yeah, the email's from Sharon.
3.6 at 90, which appears 90 to 95 to be the average. We get these hard lefts that go to 70, 65, bounce back 120 for a minute or so, 95. Up top you do.
The further out you go, the clock's more to the left. We're seeing 70, sometimes 65.
How much breeze, Chris?
They come back. Under 3. I mean, you almost can't feel it. It's just enough to raise the wall on the wind one.
Who's that talking, Suze?
Chris Noble.
Oh, Chris Noble.
Roger, thanks.
Oh, yes.
Straight away to
Excruciatingly exciting here while we wait for wind.
They bring out like water and
Yeah.
for the kids.
They did, but I think it's sort of like running low.
The fog bank's almost a halfway rock.
Bigger quantities in here.
Why not? Like too often.
After sunset.
scale of 1 to nice, it was nice. Chuckle shark salad.
Jellyfish. You know what I hate about jellyfish? They suck them into the cooling part of the engine.
I like looking at them. I think they're cool to look at.
Well, for your first ever Wi-Fi stream of television, if you will, or video from a regatta, it just doesn't get any more exciting than this.
It's true. I couldn't stop watching. Oh, wait.
I hope they leave you place.
I must say, though,
That went by so fast.
we've been very comfortable here with the chairs that move around, get out of the sun,
It's been
set up
lovely.
different tables.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
We eat well, we barbecue well.
Yeah. Now this boat, they sent up an awful lot of smoke from their barbecue earlier today. I don't know who they are, but
Must have been cooking some seagulls. Those
they were-
feathers really
they
get messy.
dropped in, had lunch.
What would I win that?
Yeah, so when I look at the wind,
What would I win right now?
see there's the 3.6 up on the one and we're moving, so I'd call that a 2.8 because of the rock. It's at 100 degrees from the boat. What have we pointed?
I tend to not look at instruments, compasses, GPSs, laser rangefinders.
How's your golf game?
All running rings.
Somebody isn't really the way to find out.
Close by. Is that me or is that you, sir? It's me. Hello. Hello.
Rehoboth. Well,
Negligible.
Egg on your face.
No egg.
yeah, I could have the tie break wrong for right now. Probably. Those are preliminary results, so I might have the tie break wrong.
All right, for those of you who are watching, we're setting the camera down on the edge of the boat.
Yeah.
No reason to hold it.
The umpires will take a look at all the scores.
Breeze comes in, if any does come in.
All right, thanks.
It's 4:42.
Maybe Brooklyn effects, right?
Means we have an hour and 45 minutes before we blow this off.
I go back. How are you?
It's like a nice night for a pursuit race. It's a nice night for a pursuit race.
Sort of a typical night. Yeah, right.
6 o'clock, 6-ish.
Where are you guys coming from?
Gooseberries.
Where are you coming from? Woo! Nice. What?
Oh, committee chair. Is it blowing 30? Yes, you were. It's blowing like 35. Our driver was sick. Koopman and Bob Duff get out their lunches. First of all, before we even get on the water, the whole J1 goes home. But I was afraid. I was okay, it's my first race. Girl, oh, she's a girl. So we went out. Back together. Bob and start eating their lunch, and I'm not kidding. The lettuce and the tomato is flying around. Charles, thank you. And I think that's turn your head to the breeze. You're looking very.
Look at the horizon. You're looking right.
There. Still hard, I'll tell you though.
Oh, Adam Beanie, can you come pick me up on Firewood, please?
Yep, they're awesome. I've had a blast doing that.
Been fun.
This is with John.
Been great. I'll be back.
Greg,
We'll be
let me know if you need me to do it.
We might get some help on it.
sailing, is it?
Yeah.
You got enough ice? Beanie's coming.
Everybody look out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Go down.
It's built to do that.
I meant to do it.
Nice handhold up here for you.
Yeah. Wow. Nice job, Beanie. Oh,
Nice job. Oh, it's Carrie driving. Oh, never mind.
No wonder we didn't feel it.
You know I love you. I thought you could cover the early part of the day. I'll take the late part.
Yeah, you know what? No handle a problem.
So we're going to end the audio portion of this. If the racing comes on, we'll turn the audio on. Just leave the camera on. Enjoy the day. Okay, we have audio. We're moving along the fact that what wind we had has totally died now. There's motion on the water. I think something might be happening. So we're going to pick up the
No, we're leaving.
audio.
We're shutting down.
Well, is it announced?
Calling the event. We're not announcing it. Oh, we're not announcing it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, don't put it on there before it's been announced.
Going to start the engine here. Let's see what it does to the... I'm going to go to both ends, to all.
Turn the inverter off first, maybe.
Hey, so all the power boats are moving. We're going to follow suit. Signal boats headed towards the harbor. We're about half mile off the harbor, or off the dock, in the middle of the harbor. We're going to head over that way and see what activity is noted. This live coverage of the Hinman 2014 U.S. Team Race Championships has been brought to you by NauticCloud, onboard Wi-Fi, and more. The original methodology to have 2 channels. The first channel to speak to the shore, giving you 25 times the distance for usual Wi-Fi, and then an onboard channel to connect to all your onboard equipment, such as the camera that has been Wi-Fi enabled for today. In the future, we're planning on setting up a couple of permanent antennas on houses to give us more coverage on the water. We were hampered in this weekend's broadcasts by the course being moved so much due to lack of wind and trying to find the wind, and we get behind trees from which the Wi-Fi signal can't go through. Our thanks to Zim for bringing the Zim 15s. These boats gave us a lot more racing than we would have had in traditional Club 420s, FJs or Vanguard 15s, with their very high sails, big masts, thin water lines. Provided a lot of really close racing in light air. Haven't heard any complaints about the boats from the racers. Also, to all the sponsors that help make this possible. There are a pile of sponsors. You can see them on the website. And to Sailing Anarchy, who gave us good advice on bandwidth and feedback while we were live, as well as to Chris Love Productions, who gave us some technical assistance while we were planning on setting this up earlier in the week. Are we in it now? Okay. Well, I think we'll call it off from here. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see your regatta being broadcast through a NauticCloud in the future. With that, signing off from Marblehead. we've continued to keep the video on, and now you're watching what Kinetics does, why we have Rule 42. These boats are in no breeze and are rocking hard.
Okay.
They're going about 3 knots. Watch the water come off the rudder with every time they turn.
Okay, so you're going to be there. We're just coming into the harbor, so I'll just have to get in the car and drive right over. Right down.
Probably going to have to do some
Okay. Well, I'm glad we got that, and it's on these.
Okay. All right. Well, as soon as I can get in,
With that,
I'm getting in a car.
we're done.
I'll come to one tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
Bravo. Nicely done.